Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Welcome and thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my insights and otherworldly experiences. So, this is more of a teaching. It is about what you saw in the thumbnail picture. So, on one side, you saw a photograph of a brain cell, the brain cell structure, with the node, the synapses in the middle, and this kind of fine network going out to the other brain cells and synapses. And on the other side, you saw a photograph of the universe, looking damn similar, pretty much the same, kind of nod in the middle, like your brain cells lighting up, and then this fine network, like the fungus mycelium in the cosmos, in the universe, connecting to other star systems or whatever. So, what does that picture mean or tell you and show you? If the universe is looking alike like the brain cell in your head, what does that mean? To me, it's the best and wonderful proof of the first Hermetic principle, which is mentalism, or like Thoth the Atlantean, also called in Greek Hermes Trismegistus, the thrice great Hermes, wrote it down in the Emerald Tablets as the first Hermetic law or principle of mentalism. The all is mind. The universe is mental. That means everything, all, is consciousness. So what is mentalism? Mentalism is thought, your thinking processes. And what are you thinking? You have to observe your thoughts and find out whether they are mostly negative self-talk. Then you will create that in the outside world. Or if you already dwell in more positive thoughts, and also observe, are these your own thoughts, or are they coming from, so to speak, outside, from other people around you and you pick them up, or from the information you take in via your computer, watching YouTube videos or mainstream media, television, etc. So the next question you can ask yourself is, what is consciousness? Well, consciousness is being aware. If you Google it, that's what you get. Being aware of your surroundings and respond to your surroundings. So you do not only have to be or become aware of your thoughts, but you are also meant to respond, and responding inside in your inner world is a sort of action. We are tending to think that action is only if I go around and move stuff or do whatever. No, there is also inner action, and that's responding to the impulses. And that is very different from reaction, which is just the stimulus and reaction kind of automatism instilled in us. So if you react, you're not taking your ability to freely choose how you want to respond, if you want to respond, or maybe not to respond to a stimulus, whatever that may be, because reaction is automatic. That's the instinct kicking in. When you hear a loud noise, you kind of go into surprise or a little shock or fear, and you have no choice and no time to choose freely in free will your action, your inner action of how to respond, whether to respond or whether not to respond. So to get into this mindful state, a very good practice is meditation, because meditation teaches you to get into the calm, still place inside where you forget more or less about the physical, your own body and the outer physical world. It teaches you to take a step back and observe. If you observe your thoughts passing by and you do not attach and identify with them, then by taking this step back, you're having more of a chance to get into the free will state to choose how you want to respond. So that is one thing, to observe your thoughts and take a step back. Stop the identification with all of these thoughts, because a lot of them are not yours. And if you find yourself walking away arm in arm with one thought, well, don't give in frustrated. Just go back, take the middle seat, and watch them pass by. Let them pass by like clouds in the sky. So the whole thumbnail picture with your brain cells looking exactly like the universe and vice versa. The outer world, the universe, is looking exactly like your inner world, like your brain cells and the network of your brain cells. Shows you and teaches you about the mirror principle. And the mirror principle is that the outside world is just a reflection of your inner world. And it is made out of the physical, the mental, and the spiritual. Imagine that as a triangle where the baseline is the physical and the two other lines are the mental and the spiritual. So the physical, we should all know, that's this body and all the stuff around us that we can touch and think it's so real, but it is not. There are even the mirror neurons, which neuroscientists found inside of us. And these are special kind of cells that mirror what is put into them. So there's a very simple and practical good example that I know. Because some people that have problems, for example, with their hand, they are told to practice with the other hand that's healthy and functioning well in front of a mirror, the movements they need to get back into with the wounded hand that's not working well and maybe stiff. So if you practice in front of a mirror, the movements, that impulse goes into the mirror neurons and activates also the same mirror neurons in the stiff hand. So the outer world, the physical, we know about that. And unfortunately, we were told that is all there is. But if you love your pet or your partner, you cannot touch that love, you cannot measure it, and you don't feel it in your brain, you feel it in your heart. But it is there, and it is kind of invisible. So we are much more than the physical, and we should all say goodbye, finally, to thinking we are just this. We are so much more, but we were not told, and we were kind of trained and educated the wrong way, partially on purpose and partially not, because your parents didn't know better. They were already kind of brought up with this false sense of that this is all they are, the person, the ego. So what is the mental? Well, the mental, of course, is the thought realm. That is imagination and visualization. You can imagine things in your mind that are not there around you. So you are able to do the creative process of imagining and visualization. That is also part of the mental. It's not only the thinking. And the spiritual is the energetic realm, the intuitive, that's the connection to source. And as we all know and maybe learned in school, the physical world is made out of atoms. And then the physics went deep into the atoms and found that 99.99999% is empty space, aka energy, invisible, and only 0.0000001% is really matter. So if we would compress all the matter of all the universe and the world and the planet and all the beings there into matter and take out all this empty space of energy, the whole world would fit into a sugar cube. So that can also teach you that the invisible isn't unreal, surreal, or made up and fiction and whatever. It is much, much more than what the matter part is, making up our world. So that can teach you that you don't get what you want, you get who you are. Because via the mirror principle, you are constantly sending out vibrationally all this empty space, all this energy filled with your emotions, your thoughts, and your vibration and frequency. So you have to ask yourself, who am I? And you have to change who you are if you want to get something else than what's around you. And you can only do that through mindfulness, observing and self-reflection. That is focusing more on the vision, the invisible idea or image or visualization you have about who you want to be and how you want your life and your surroundings to look like, to feel like, and to be. So focus on the vision more than on the physical. That gets you more to where you want to be. You have to give faith into your vision. most people are thinking negatively. And that creates all the unwanted surroundings and circumstances and health issues we have to deal with, because we are mirroring out what is inside. So to get the creation or manifestation process to work, we have to focus more on the positive, at least 51%, instead of jumping back and forth between positive and negative thoughts. And the negative self-talk you can only eliminate and reduce by practicing mindfulness, observing, and self-reflection, and asking yourself, are these thoughts the thoughts I want to think? Are these even mine? And then ask yourself, what do I want to think? What do I really want to think and dream about or envision for me to become and for my life how to be like? So the mirror example is a very simple, the most simple thing I can break it down into. If you stand in front of the mirror in the morning in your bathroom and you frown at the mirror, of course the mirror will frown back. It's the reflection of yourself. What you give out, you get back. So, if you want to make the reflection smile back at you, you have to smile first. And that's exactly how the universe is working. To get something, you have to be it. You have to be what you want. Instead of reacting, choose how you want to respond. And these two practices, meditation and visualization, are very, very helpful in that. And when you find yourself hooked up, don't judge yourself. Don't be frustrated. Just don't give in. Take a step back and notice, oh, I was hooked up with that conviction, with that mind program, with that belief, or whatever. And always question yourself, not only the others. That does not help and does not change anything. Attacking or questioning others. You should question yourself. Do I really want to think that? Do I really want to feel that? And another very good and great practice is send out appreciation. Be thankful and grateful for everything around you. If you send that out and practice that more and more every day, of course, the energy you send out, you will get back. You get back appreciation, and that is positive energy. Believe it or not, every day I thank nearly everything around me. I thank my bed that I had a good sleep. I thank my plants that they produce oxygen in my flat to breathe and look nice and give me some nice green appearance with their leaves. So there is a lot of things you can do, and they are very, very simple things. You know, most depressive people, they just hang around, they are negative, they don't believe in themselves, they lost hope, they lost faith, and they don't move. And the second Hermetic principle of correspondence tells you as above, so below, or as within, so without. So if a depressive person only sends out all this negative stuff, all the depression, oh, the world is horrible, everybody is unfriendly, and I'm not good enough, I don't know how to make it, whatever, all that kind of negative self-talk, and negative thinking, you have to change that. And the best and simplest way to change is using the third Hermetic principle, the law of vibration, that Hermes wrote down as nothing rests, everything moves, everything vibrates. So movement is very important. If you only always hang around on your couch, and I'm one like that, I have to force myself sometimes because I'm more of a couch potato. But luckily I have a garden that needs work and asks work from me. And as I love my garden and the plants, I go out and there I have my body movement. If you move your body, you will also move your thoughts and your emotions. Just taking a walk for 15 minutes already is helping. That's why it's important to get a depressive person out of their bed, from out of their couch and out of their flat, and take a walk. By moving your legs, you come out of that stagnant mindset and emotional stagnation. So movement is very, very important. Move your physical, aka the body, to get the stagnant emotions and the stagnant mental into movement. So, the universe looks exactly like your brain cells. The mirror principle is everywhere. What you give out, you get back. So you can only start within yourself. That is an important part of your own inner work. And if you don't do that, well, then you run around and blame all the others for what they do or think or create. And it's always the others that created something and you are just the poor victim. This is a distorted mindset. You have to take responsibility of you as the creator being, because you create. What you think and feel inside is mirrored to the outside. So if you look into your life or your flat, your surroundings, it is mirroring exactly how it's looking inside of you, in your inside world. If it's cluttered, well, then it might be time to declutter inside, starting there at first. Like, I think it was Confucius, the Chinese wise, who said, "It is much easier to conquer a city than to change yourself." We are creatures of habit. We don't like to leave our comfort zone. We are a bit lazy sometimes, and that's okay. Don't judge yourself for that. But if you want a change, you have to make the first step and take up your responsibility, because you are the creator of your reality by the emotions and thoughts you have inside of you. They are mirrored in the outside. Sometimes it works, starting decluttering in the outside, to also kind of get the same mirror principle working back to your inside world and decluttering inside from old grudges or old wounds and difficult or hurt, painful emotions. But for the most part, you have to start inside of yourself. So this is what I wanted to share today with you, and I hope to inspire you to take back your responsibility as a creator being that creates your own life. And how do you want your life to be? And don't give in just after 2 or 3 trials. You have to stick to that and practice that. Like if you go to the gym only 2 times and you don't have the muscles then right away, well, it's not working like that. You have to go there constantly for several weeks. And that's the good thing about practice. After practicing for a longer while than just 1 or 2 times, it becomes second nature, same as breathing deeply, helping you to take a step back and detach from whatever is going on outside and also inside in your inner world. If the right breathing becomes your second nature, then you don't need any breath exercise anymore. So that's it for today. I hope you are inspired to take your steps and change your world. Be what you want your world to look like and be who you ever wanted to be. Thank you, beautiful souls, for watching. Blessings, love, and light to you on your soul path. Bye.